Hi guys, how's it going? This is Mortaza from A Coder's Journey. Welcome back. This is another episode of my SQL training tutorial here at my YouTube channel. And I really hope that you have already watched the previous videos, because from this video onwards, we are going to talk about one of the most important topics in the realm of SQL, which is the topic of making joins. And that means when we want to kind of join the different records from different tables and then combine them using the different techniques we are going to cover and then produce a result. So this is very important. This is something that you need to fully understand. So I really encourage you to first watch the previous videos, because sometimes what I talk about in this video or the upcoming videos is 100% based upon what I have already covered, and then come here and watch this video closely with attentively, so that you understand this very important concept of joins perfectly. This is very important, I think, and that is why I cannot emphasize enough the importance of learning, the different techniques of joining different tables together. Anyways, in this video, right, we are going to start talking about joins. I'm going to give you a simple example. I just want you to, just touch the idea of producing joins, and then over the next few episodes, we are going to talk about the different techniques of making joins, and we are going to get into more details. Now, in order to start talking about this technique of joining tables together, I have already, added another table to my database. This table is called orders. So this table is represents the orders that the customers have placed in our, for example, website. Here you've got the columns, right? You've got an ID, you've got an order ID, and a customer ID. The customer ID is of course related to the customer we have here, right? The customer ID we have here, right? And also we've got an order date. Now I can, for example, show you the data I have in this record. As you can see, I've got, 3 records, right? The order ID, and also for 3 of my customer whose ID is 237 and 77. I have an order, and this is an order date, right? There could be more columns or fields here, but these are enough for our examples. Probably, I don't know, but probably in the future I will add more columns. So let me also come here and take a look at this one, right? So again, here, for example, as I told you, for these 3 customers, right, we have orders 237 and 75. So it means for this customer, right, 77, was it? 77 and 37. So for also 37 for this customer, right? And 77 is this customer. Now, you know what I want to do is to write a query and combine or join these 2 records together, and see, for example, who are the customers who have placed an order. So I need to combine these 2 tables together, based on this customer ID, right? So in the output, I want for example, let's say the customer name, right? The customers and the customer name of the customers who have a related customer ID here in this table. So it is obvious that I need to join these together, right? Based on this customer ID, which I have here and also in my customers table. And then for each customer in the customers table whose ID is present here, I want to get the, customer name, for example. So this is how we are going to tackle this. Let me close all of this, right? No, I don't want to save this. I don't want to save this either. This is the snippet I'm going to talk about. I'm going to close this. This is the snippet I am going to work with. Let me close these as well. So let me come here. Let me select this. And here we are going to start coding. So as I told you, we need to combine the different, fields from these two different tables. So in the last video, we talked about how we can, come up with aliases and also select the fields from two different tables. This is possible. I'm going to say select. I want customer ID, right, from my customers table. Select customers.customer ID. Customers.customer ID. Also, I want the customer name, right? Customers.customer name. And also from my orders table, right? I want the, for example, order date. I'm going to say orders dot order ID and orders dot order date. These are the two fields in my orders table, order ID and order date, right? And also I come here and then I'm gonna say from, right? From customers and also orders, right? And if I run this now, in the output, you can see I get the customers, right? Customer name, order ID, and order date. But there is no link between them. So here, if you watch closely, we have 276 records, right? All of the customers are repeated for all of the records in my orders table. This is something which is sometimes referred to as the product of these two tables. We're not going to talk about that. We are going to join these two tables together. So I'm going to say select customers, customer ID, customer name, right? And orders, order ID, and orders.order date. And from customers, and here is our join. And I want to use inner join. I'm going to talk about different types of joins in the next episode. Inner join with orders and based upon customer ID equals orders dot customer ID. And then I'm going to run this, and in the output, look, what I get is the three customers, right, who have placed orders, their customer ID 23777, right? We have the customer name, we have the relevant or the related order ID, and we have the order date. Now, if I want to, I can go to this table and I can look. For example, we have three customers. For example, the customer whose customer ID is 2 ordered on this date, right? And the order ID was 1038. 1038 for customer ID number 2. So these two fields, we fetched these two fields from the customer name, from the customers table, these two fields from the orders table, and we combined them based on this field, based on the customer ID. Because for each customer ID that we have in the customers table, if they have already placed, an order, we have a related record in our orders table. And now I want you to look closely at this. Let me get rid of this. At this, query. As you can see, we have, selected the customer ID and customer name from our customers table. And here I can, for example, take advantage of my aliases, right? For example, here I can say as C, right? And then I can come here and say C, right? And inner join with orders as, let's say, O, right? because I want to make my query shorter, right? As O. And then I'm gonna use inner join. We're gonna talk about the different types of joins that exist out there. And then I'm gonna join with the orders table, which is going to get the alias name O based on these two fields. So wherever the customer ID from my customers table and the customer ID from my orders table are equal, I want a match in the output. If I run this, I think, again, there might be something wrong with it. Yeah. As you can see, the same result, but of course, I took advantage of using aliases, right? So this query is somehow, shorter. And that's it, guys. I think you have fully understood the importance and the power of joining two tables. This was a very simple example during which we took the records from our two tables, customers and orders. We joined them together, right? Based on the customer ID, which is kind of the link between these two tables. So for each customer in the customers table, if that customer has placed an order, we have a related order record in this table, and we have the customer ID, right? So we can match these two together like this, the customer ID in the customers table, the customer ID in the orders table. If they are equal, so that record should be, present in the output. I think you need to, get familiar with the syntax of using join. First, you specify the first table using this syntax, and also you can specify an alias if you want. Then you use inner join, right? And then the name of the second table, right? If you want, you can again choose an alias, and then you specify the on keyword, and again you specify on what fields you want the link, the join, to happen. That was kind of long. I think you understood this completely. And again, if you are enjoying watching my content, please give this video a like, share it with a friend. Also subscribe to a Coder's Journey so that you do not miss out on my upcoming videos. And stick around. In the next video, I think we will talk about the different joins, the different techniques for joining tables together. And as I told you, this is very important. I highly recommend watching this video a couple of times. If you have some difficulty, the understanding is a little difficult, for example, for you. If you need to get your head around the topic, wrap your head around the topic, I think you better watch this video a couple of times. Thank you so much, guys. Stick around. In the next video, I'll see you. Bye-bye.